Hi everybody, Salty02 here. So today I'm going to tell you and show you the difference between a Ned rig, drop shot, Carolina rig, and Texas rig. Let's get to it. Drop that like, drop that subscribe, comment, share, say what's up, and let's get to it. First up, I have my personal favorite, the Ned rig. So all it is a simple way to hook like this. You can find it at Walmart, and then a Ned rig worm. Now if you don't have, Ned rig worm, you can cut or pinch a Senko off to about this length and you'll be good. Now the Ned rig is really good for bouncing off the bottom. When it bounces off the bottom, you do the little pop, let it sink back down, roll in the slack, let it sit for like 3 seconds, pop it again, and then let it sink back down. Next we have the drop shot. Drop shot's really good for when you're fishing like cliffs or ledges, or if you're fishing off a dock somewhere, or in a kayak like I do. So it's a pretty simple setup. Now it's kind of turn up my line, but you have the way at the bottom because you're gonna let it sink, and then you have your hook with a Senko. For me, I prefer the Senko. I like to have like this, or you can have the Senko a long ways where the tail is facing more towards me with how the hook is facing me. So this is a similar concept to the Ned rig. You're gonna pop it, let it go back down, and then reel it back in. But when you pop it, you're gonna do your pop, pause for a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds for drop shot, and then you're gonna roll in the slack as it rests on the bottom. Again, really good for going after cliffs or ledges. Ned rig, I use it more for undercover. And if I'm by a dock, I'll just pop it, or there's like a rocky bottom. Next, you have a Carolina rig, which works better with the ribbon tail like on here with this pumpkin seed chartreuse. Then you have the hook, your leader, a swivel, a bead, and then your bullet weight. So for the Carolina rig, you're gonna wanna drag it. What I mean by drag it, you're just gonna drag it like this, and you're just gonna pop, pop, pop on the bottom. When we get to a third pop, or however you like it, you're gonna let it rest for a few seconds, reel in the slack. Now for me personally, I haven't caught too many off the Carolina rig, but when I do, they are big fish. It's just that this one for me is more of a quality over quantity kind of situation. And you can catch catfish with it as well. Then you have my all-time favorite for the longest time until the Ned rig popped up for me, the Texas rig. Next, you have my all-time favorite before the Ned rig, and for the longest time, the Texas rig. You can use Senkos, you can use curly tails, which you can use ribbon tails, but curly tails have a better action. Crawls on this thing, and you'll catch a fish. This is how I caught my PB bass, a 10-pounder at a pond at my school, Troy University. Shout out Trojans. So this one, it's very similar to a Ned rig, but not as passive, a little bit more aggressive. And you can punch through weeds, you can punch through thick vegetation, really good around structure and cover. So you're gonna sit there, you're gonna pop, 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 hold it, and then you're gonna reel in the slack and let it sit. So yeah, the Texas rig by far my favorite before the Ned rig, but now the Ned rig is based off the results. So as always, Salty to hope this video was somewhat informative of which one does what, which one's better. In my opinion, would be Ned rig, Texas rig, drop shot, and Carolina. Again, nothing against the Carolina rig. I just haven't caught as much with it, but I have caught some big fish.